In today's video, I am doing an August reset. 2 trips back to back coming up. Hi guys, it's Emma. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am doing an August reset. I am starting this August reset a little bit early because I've said it so many times and you guys are sick of it, I know it, but I do have 2 trips back to back coming up and am I a little bit stressed about it? Yes, but am I also excited? Yes. But that means because I have 2 trips, I don't want to be vlogging and editing on all these trips, so I have to do a lot of things ahead of time, which is what I am doing right now. I am doing this still in July. I will say July is coming to an end in about a week and a half. I am doing this a little bit earlier than I usually would. There's a lot of things in this video that I'm going to start, but I probably won't be able to finish. Like for example, my reading journal. I obviously still have so many books that I'll probably read until, July is over. So I probably won't be able to add those to my reading journal. I'll probably just be able to update a few things from there. Even my July goals that I set, probably won't be able to check off so many of them because I still have a week and a half to complete them. Like if I wanted to watch a movie in the next week and a half, I can complete that. And I am only filming this video in the span of like 3-4 days. So once I finish this video, there'll still be a couple days left in July. So the point is, I'm still gonna have a lot of time to complete a lot of things, but when we talk about my goals or when I do my reading journal, there's probably gonna be some things incomplete at the end of this, but I'm hoping maybe when I get back from my first trip, I'll have time, but I don't really know because I literally have a day to pack for the next trip when I get back. We'll see how this video goes, but I did start this video early this morning because I had a couple things I had to do this morning. And now that I am done with all of those things, I got back home, I worked out as you guys saw, and then I went to my 101 essays journal. I feel like I have not read an essay from this book in so long, and I honestly hate that because every time I read something from this book, I leave thinking about a lot of things. And so the one that I read today was experiences we don't have English words for yet. And the reason I picked this one was because you guys are gonna be sick of me, but I'm going on 2 trips and I really just want to live in the moment. I am grateful that I'm going on both of these trips for a week, which for me, that's a very long time for a trip. So I'm excited to just live in the moment. Obviously, one of the trips is somewhere new, somewhere where it's not promised that I will go there again. So obviously I want to be in the moment, make sure I'm looking at all these things that I may not ever see again in my life. And then the second trip I'm going on, I have gone for years and years and years, and it's kind of just nostalgic for me. I also want to live that moment and really bask in that feeling. I thought it would be nice to just read an essay about experiences that literally all humans feel but don't really talk about, because I feel like we as humans are more similar than we think, and we go through similar experiences. Exactly what it says, there's no exact English word for it yet, so we don't really talk about it, don't know how to explain it. And so there were so many things in here. It was just so interesting to read about and to be like, wow, I really relate to this, and the fact that it's in here and so many people are probably reading this and thinking the same is just so cool. I know there is 33 of them in this essay, but I'm gonna tell you guys the few that I really liked. First one is the first one that I underlined, and it says, when you're with your friends and decide who is who in a show or movie you all watch and then laugh hysterically about how the character is behaving. Me and my friends went to watch the Minion movie a while ago, and we were literally picking out which friend is which Minion. That's just such a niche one to write down, and I thought that was really cute. Number 5 says the inability to grasp the fact that we can't grasp what we don't know yet. And I think a lot of people have this like fear of not knowing the future, not knowing what's gonna happen in the future, and then not being able to grasp what's gonna happen, like freaks people out. I think I really like that one too. I also underlined this one and I put OMG. It says the mental preparation that occurs before you step into a social situation in which you have to play a role for the sake of maintaining a relationship, rehearsing your conversations with yourself by yourself. And I think a lot of people do this, especially if you have like social anxiety. I feel like I usually do this when I go somewhere with like my boyfriend's friends. I'm like, okay, how do I speak to these people? A lot of them are older than me as well, so I'm like, I feel like I'm already mature, but I feel like I have to come off more mature and not say anything too weird, too cringe, too immature. Yeah, I think a lot of people have these experiences. No one really needs to do that, because everyone is just literally thinking about what they are gonna say and themselves. They're not really thinking about other people. This one was pretty sad. Number 14 says the love you know has an expiration date. That one could make me cry, honestly, because yeah, I don't even have to speak on that one. Like, that one's just like emotional. Number 27 said a course of study that teaches you the art of the non-traditionally academic things that take up the majority of our lives: love, relationships, doubt, faith, parenting, work, friendship, self-image, etc. And that is so true. Like, obviously we go to school, we learn about math, science, reading, but we don't learn about, like, I feel like the things that are most important in life. It could be like controversial, I guess, but it's also not something to teach. It's just something you have to learn yourself. But it's crazy how the most important things in life, like, you really just learn yourself. So like love, friendships, relationships, faith, parenting, like, it either comes naturally to you or you learn the hard way. And I thought that one was really beautiful. And then the last two that I highlighted were the feeling of feeling a feeling. That just describes being present in the moment. When you're really present in something, you're feeling something, and then you're like, wow, I'm feeling this moment right now, and it feels amazing. And I've definitely felt that before, and that's literally what I want to embrace when I go on these trips, like feeling the feelings that I have. 32 says a person or thing that also feels like home, a non-house home. And I thought that one was sweet as well. So yeah, that was the 101 essay that I read today. I actually have to highlight that I read this one. This one I'm also going to put a star next to, because I think that's a good one that I can go back to. Now that I've done that, I don't know if you guys saw my mid-year reset, but in that video I got rid of a lot of things in my closet that I didn't really need, either just like tech things or clothes, just so many random things that I have in a garbage bag, and I haven't done anything with them yet, because there's some things that I'm like, this could be sold somewhere, but it could also be donated. So right now I'm gonna go through all the things that I have in that garbage bag, and I'm gonna kind of test some of the things out, see if it even works to be sold. If not, I'll just put them in a donation pile. I don't have a lot of things in that garbage bag, so I think I'll be able to get through that quickly. I also, if I have time today, want to donate that to Goodwill. I'm sure some things are gonna have to be donated to Goodwill. If there's things that I'm going to sell, take pictures of them and put them on something. I don't really know yet. I'm gonna talk to my boyfriend about that, because my boyfriend's good at like selling things online. I'm gonna go through that stuff now. Let's see what I put in that bag. I think I'm actually going to keep this. This camera is literally from Shein. I used to use this because it was cheap and I wanted like some sort of digital camera. And I have videos in here from my senior year, homecoming, voting, all of that. I need to keep this camera also because the SD card this small and I don't know how to get the videos out of there. Maybe my kids could use this or something. So it is the next day and I have a couple things I want to do today, not too much because I am working from home. That's going to take up majority of what I'm doing today. At some point today, I do want to go to Barnes & Noble just to kind of get out of the house. I do want to journal there for obviously July ending, August beginning. What else did I want to do today? I'm obviously going to work out because I usually go to the gym on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but my friends are coming over today because we're going to talk about our trip. I cannot go to the gym with my boyfriend because we usually go when he gets out of work, so I'm just going to walk on our new Stairmaster that we actually got at home, and just that's going to be my workout for today. Before I do that though, I have more clothes that I have to put away, so I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to get on the treadmill and then I'm going to lock into work, and then a little bit later we'll go to Barnes & Noble, we'll journal, we'll read, probably edit a little bit actually, but yeah, that is my plan for today. Also forgot to mention what I ended up doing with all the stuff that was in this bag. I am just going to end up giving away all these clothes to Goodwill because I didn't feel like taking them to Plato's Closet because they only ever take one thing or nothing. So that's just going to be a waste of time. Selling it on Depop, Poshmark, anything like that would just take too long. And I just want to get it out of my room and have a clean room before I start bringing a luggage in here and packing and everything. So I'm just going to go donate this to Goodwill today actually. And then all the other like tech stuff I am going to end up selling, putting on either Facebook Marketplace, Depop, Poshmark, one of those, and my boyfriend's actually going to help me with that. I have a couple things in here actually. I have a burger case that I got for Christmas and my mom just told me to sell it because it doesn't fit my Kindle. I also have an AirPod that I charge that they actually do still work. I kind of just have to clean them. I charged them already, so these are good to sell. I have like a Apple Watch case, a bunch of stuff. I think I showed you guys everything. This I'm probably going to give to my boyfriend to kind of handle when I'm out of the country. Yeah, all of this is gonna have to stay in my room for a little bit, but maybe in the next couple days I'll start taking pictures of everything and just send it to my boyfriend to see wherever he's gonna put it. For today, this stuff is going to go to Goodwill before we go to Barnes & Noble. So just wanted to mention that too. Guys, so it is the next day and I did not end up going to Barnes & Noble yesterday. Like I said, I was working from home and I honestly just got so sleepy from being on the computer that I was just like, no, I'm over it, and I just wanted to take a nap. I didn't end up going, but I did end up going today. I dropped off the clothes at Goodwill, and then I did go to Barnes & Noble, but I left my journal at home, so I wasn't able to journal at Barnes & Noble. So I came back home, or I stayed at Barnes & Noble for a little bit to read, but then I ended up coming back home. I journaled a little bit, and now we're going to be talking about my goals from July, if I completed them, Then my new goals for August, we're going to be talking about the wallpaper that I now have on my phone. Vision board for August. I wasn't going to do a vision board for August because obviously in July I kept it as the summer vision board that I made for my summer diaries video, and so I was gonna keep it the same, but figured I would make a vision board because I have 2 trips in August and I just thought that's what August is mostly going to be about, just traveling. I did do a vision board for August. I think when I do my video of like preparing for my trip, I am going to do a vision board for the 2 separate trips just to like get more excited for it. I have been adding pins to my Pinterest boards, of course. For every trip I go on, I need to make a Pinterest board, but right now I'm gonna be talking about everything that I have for my August reset. So my goals for July, I didn't think I was gonna be able to check some of these things off since we still have about a week until July actually ends, but I was actually able to check some things off and we'll talk about it now. So first thing was watch a new movie. I completely forgot that I had only told myself to watch 1 movie this month instead of 2, so I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to watch another movie because I usually put 2 movies to watch. I did end up watching a new movie this month and it was Fight Club. I think I talked about it either in this video or a different video. I'm getting all my videos confused because I'm filming them at the same time, but I wasn't obsessed with the movie, but I thought the plot twist at the end was cool. I just felt confused the whole movie and I didn't really like feeling like that, so it was a cool movie, but definitely not one of my faves. Next goal was to keep my reading streak for the whole month on Fable. If I had been keeping up this streak, I probably wouldn't be able to check this off because I wouldn't know if I would be reading for the rest of the month, but I've already failed this goal. I think there's been 3 days where I haven't read. I'm a little disappointed because every time a new month starts, I'm really hopeful that I will keep this up and then I just don't. So yeah, this one we can't even check off. Then we have workout 3 times a week, which this one I did complete. I've been keeping up with this a lot. I think ever since I started that 30-day challenge, which we're coming to an end with that also. Ever since I started that challenge, I've really been keeping up with it and I'm so proud of myself because I feel like it doesn't feel like a challenge anymore. It just feels like I have to do this because it's become my day-to-day. Yeah, honestly, that's been going great. Journal at least once. I did journal today, obviously, and I think I journaled at the beginning of this month as well. Keep up with YouTube Shorts. I kind of fell off in the beginning of this month and then I got back on it because I'm really close to hitting 5,000 subscribers. So I need to keep up that YouTube Shorts because I think that helps me the most. Somehow those reach people more. Had to get back on that, which I did end up doing. And then the last ones we have low spending, book buying ban, and keep up with my 30-day challenge, which obviously I just talked about that. My book buying ban has been going good. Every single book I read this month has been from my physical TBR, which is really good. When I get back from my trips, I'm going to want to stack up on books because I'm running out of options on my shelf and there are so many books that I've been seeing recently that I really want to buy. So I think when I get back from my trips mid-August, I'm gonna want to go book shopping. So I need to stay on my physical reading grind so that by the time I want to buy books, I've dwindled it down a lot. And then obviously low spending. I've been keeping this up because I'm about to go on a trip and I don't want to be spending too much money before I go on this trip, where I'm probably going to want to buy souvenirs and we need to buy food and we're going to go see all these touristy places. So I have been doing this. And then my goals for August, I have changed a lot of them just because, again, I'm going to be out of my home, out of my city for a very long time. So there's some things that I'm probably not going to be able to do because I'm just going to be doing other things. So the first one is to watch a new movie because I do think this is still doable either on one of the trips. Like I think the beach house trip could be cozy to watch a movie, or even when I get back, I could still watch a new movie. Then the next one I have is to bake. I feel like I haven't baked anything at all this summer, which I really thought I was going to be in my baking era, get back into baking. I find myself wanting to bake the things that I usually bake and nothing new. Again, when I go to like this beach house trip, I could probably bake something new, and even when I get back, I want to bake something. But I do think my peak time for baking is the holiday season, so literally October to December. I love baking fall treats, Christmas things. It's just so much fun. Next, I have workout 5 times a week after vacation because since I'm gonna be gone, I know I'm not gonna be working out or doing much. Obviously, the first trip I'll probably be doing a lot of walking, but the second trip is gonna be definitely more chill, laying down by the pool and not doing much. So when I get back, instead of just focusing on 3 times a week, I really wanna do 5 times a week to kind of catch up for everything that I've missed, even though I have been doing that recently for this 30-day challenge. I want to really cement it after I get back from my trip because I'm gonna go from not doing anything to literally grinding. And then after that, we have some of the usual ones: journal at least once and to keep up with my YouTube shorts, just some habits that I want to keep. We have complete my summer bucket list. Obviously, August is the last summer month for me. I have some things that I have checked off, but some things that I have not yet. So August is going to be my last month, my last chance to complete some of these things. So I'm definitely going to be focusing on that. And then the last one is obviously low spending. We know about this one. Keep this all year round, not only when I go on a trip, but I'm definitely trying to save every day of my life. And then obviously my August vision board is this. By the pictures that are on this vision board, you will probably be able to tell where I am going, and I am so excited and I love how it came out. Obviously, it's a lot of traveling pictures. There's some beachy places where I'm going to be doing a lot of walking, a lot of new scenery that I'll see, and then I have just some fun girly pictures because my first trip is going to be with my girlfriend, so I'm so excited. We've never done a trip literally abroad. We've never even gone on a plane with each other, so it's going to be so fun, and I'm really excited for it. I also decided that I wasn't going to do my reading journal for this video. I was looking through my reading journal to see what can I do before the month ends, but there's not much because I would have to pick my favorite book of the month, which I haven't finished the month yet, so I don't know if I'm gonna find my favorite book in the next few days. There's obviously my book wrap up to see all the books that I've read. Can't do that yet. I was gonna fill in the page where I do the color rating for the full wrap up for 2026, but I didn't want to fill some in now and then later on forget the ones that I filled in. So I was just like, you know what? When we get to September, I'll update for July and August, and that'll be okay. But I did want to talk to you guys about my 2026 reading goals because I completely forgot to talk about this in my mid-year reset. Obviously, at the beginning of the year, I did set my normal regular goals, but I also have some reading and bookish goals that I forgot to tell you guys about and update where I'm at with that. So my first goal was to reduce my physical TBR to 10, which right now, I'm pretty sure if this is counted correctly, I have 11 books on my TBR, which this is the lowest, I think, since I've started reading that I have books on my shelf. I think at the beginning of this year, I probably started at like 30. So to have 11 books on my shelf is crazy. And this is what I'm talking about, is like some of the books on the shelf, I'm waiting until the fall time to read or for winter again. I guess I can read some of them now, but I don't really want to. So there's some books that I'm looking to buy, but I'm really trying to get through what I have now and get through what I'm in the mood for on my shelf before I read anything on my Kindle or go buy a book. But I've been doing really good with this, and I'm so proud of myself because this is the first year where I've actually tried like really sticking to this goal and reading my physical TBR. The next one is to finish 10 series. So far I've finished 4, which is the Powerless trilogy, Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy, Rome to Kentucky series, and then also the Lakefront Billionaire trilogy. I'm honestly not in the middle of too many series, and if I am, I feel like there are so many books that come after that that I don't know if I'll be able to finish this year. I don't really know if I'm gonna end up completing this goal at the end of the year, but I guess we'll see. The next goal was to find 5 5-star reads. If you don't know, it is very hard for me to rate a book 5 stars. I don't know why. I feel like if you are a true reader, when you get a 5-star book, you feel it in your bones and you're like, yes, this is a 5-star. But I get that feeling very rarely, and I've only got it twice this year. I feel for the people that have not had a 5-star yet because it's so frustrating seeing so many people have like 10 5 stars in the year already. It's like, are you just handing out 5 stars, or do you just know your reading taste that well that every book you read is a 5-star? So it is frustrating, but you just have to find your reading taste, and I think I'm still doing that because while I do love romance books, I've also started getting into literary fiction. I enjoy some of those, and then some of them fall short for me. It was the first year that I read a memoir nonfiction book, which was Tuesdays with Morrie, and I've claimed a lot that I think that book is going to be my favorite book of all time, so maybe I need to dabble in that genre more or read more from that author. But I've only found 2 5-star reads, so we're definitely on a hunt for 3 more. And then the last goal I have on here is don't start a new series unless I finish one, which I don't really know if I've been sticking to this goal just because I have a series tracker on my Notion, but I don't really go in there because, again, I've been reading a lot of standalone books, not a lot of books that are in a series, the start of a series, series. This one I created a goal because I guess at the beginning of the year I thought I had a lot more series that I was in the middle of than I actually did, because I know last year I definitely did. I don't know, maybe I don't have that many this year. I think I definitely have to check on that eventually. And for my computer wallpaper, I'm not gonna change it also because I have my July calendar on here, and I'm definitely gonna still need this for when I go to work, see the days on my computer. So I can't even change that yet. I will show you guys the wallpaper I have on my phone. I also got a new case, which I'm so excited about. It's so cute. My wallpaper on my phone, I love. It's mostly themed beachy, of course, because we're still in the summertime and because I'm eventually going on this beach house trip. It looks so cute. There's a little bit of a glare on it. The top, I put a background instead of a plain color, and then I think I put the outer line as orange. We have these two widgets that says live your life, and then I think these are papayas. And then we obviously have my summer vision board, or not my vision board, my summer Pinterest board up here, which right now it has a picture of some ice creams and ice cream toppings, which this is something I really want to do on the beach house trip. Maybe we will do that for one of the nights when we just want a lazy night of just making our own desserts, which I think could be really cute. Have my Duolingo, which I have to do for today. And then the background is just yellow background with brown polka dots, which obviously so on theme. But I think that is about it for this August reset. I think it was a very short reset but productive with what I could do right now. Obviously I'm going to be out of the country when August begins, and as soon as I get back I have to unpack and pack for a next trip right after. So there's going to be no time for me to reset for August unless it was in the beginning of the month. And for me personally, I don't like resetting for something if it's in the middle. So like if I was gonna reset for this week, it would have to be on a Sunday or a Monday. Monday works as well. So I definitely wanted to do this at least before the month starts, so I feel a little bit prepared. I'm really excited. I think August is going to be a really good month. I have like great feelings about August. I think it's gonna be a really good month, at least for me, but I hope for you guys too. That is where I'm going to end today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to give this video a like, subscribe, turn on your post notifications so you know when I post my next video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!